Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we're going to be talking about my single shadow wish list. Now I am on a low buy, I am continuing my low buy. I didn't do an official announcement video to talk about the rules and stuff because I don't know, I just didn't feel like it warranted a video, but I thought that I would talk about some stuff that's on my wish list, on my low buy wish list, and specifically single shadows because I am a single shadow gremlin at heart. I just love them so much, and I have quite the collection, and I have a lot on my wish list. Also, if you're curious about this makeup look right here, it is the first look in my 2 looks plus review with the Odin's Eye Flora Story palette. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I bought this, man. I know we're talking about single shadows today, but this palette has stolen my heart. It's a bit of me in a palette. But yeah, let's talk about some single shadows that are on my wish list, and I'm going to scoot over because I'm gonna put some pictures right here where Bella is. Ain't Bella doing so good? And also look at him. Look at Ziggy. What a good boy. He's my spider plant, and he's growing so much. Maybe one day I'll do a plant tour. Ooh, wait, that's a good idea. I'll do a plant tour at some point. So, let's talk about the ones that I'm probably gonna be buying, the earliest, the soonest, and that is this bundle, the Earthborn, I believe it's called Earthborn bundle, from Shine by SD and Seeking.shifts. Riley, Matt, okay. Real quick, I've talked about Riley before, they're a mutual in the makeup community, and I look up to them so much. Their photography, her photography is so good, it's just unreal. She deserves all of the attention that she gets, and I'm so proud of her for being able to come out with a collab with Shine by SD. I only have 3 shadows from them, but I really do enjoy them. And these look absolutely stunning, and they're kind of inspired by the earth. And you know me, I'm a fairy earth bitch at heart. But yeah, I love Riley so much, and she came out with this collection and they all look beautiful. I'm looking at the swatches right here and they all look stunning. Now, I know they're doing a restock on March 4th. I don't know when this video is going up. Maybe it's going up after March 4th. I'm not too sure. But they're doing a bit of a restock and I will be getting some of these shades. Now, if I had infinite money, I would treat myself to the entire bundle, I'm gonna be honest, because they all look gorgeous. Literally, these are all shades that I would use and adore and love, and I love these. However, I don't have infinite money, and I need to be responsible, and I have limited space in my single shadow palettes. So, I'm gonna get the shades that I want the most, which of course are, and I'm gonna be including macro shots here. So the first one I obviously want is Naka. I believe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Naka. This is fucking stunning! Don't look at my chip nail polish. If you point it out, you're transphobic. But I'm sorry. This shadow looks incredible. There's so many different sparkles in it, gold, peach, blue, green, so much magicalness in it. And I have seen Hope Mess Tom, they did a Instagram reel dedicated to this shade, and I was like, I am so in love with it. We all know I'm an iridescent slag at heart, and iridescents just get my heart going. They get me so excited, and this looks like one of the most beautiful iridescents I've ever seen. And I've tried quite a lot, okay? So yeah, Naka is definitely on my list, as well as the other iridescent Ice Blink. I know is it Fogbow? Is that the other one? Yeah, Fogbow is the other iridescent, and while it is pretty, I feel realistically I don't need it. I mean, I don't need anything in this video, but makeup's not a need. But Ice Blink, look at it! It's pretty as hell! Again, there's so many different shimmer particles in it. Riley really killed it with the amount of shimmers in here, and here's the thing. I'm a sparkly bitch as well. I love when there's lots of shimmers and multi-chromeness in a shadow. So yeah, these 2 iridescents are on my list. Now here's the thing, I want to buy 3 eyeshadows, because it's usually the limit that I have when I buy eyeshadows is 3. It just makes me uncomfortable having any less than 3 when I place an order. I don't want to talk about it. So it's just about whittling down which shade would be the 3rd shade I pick up. I'm feeling this shade. I'm zooming in on it, but it's the second shade in this swatch photo. I'm not gonna pronounce this right. Verdigris. Verdigris. It doesn't really work with my accent. Verdigris. Verdigris. Stop saying it. Hello, it's editing Skye right here. So I was talking with my boyfriend and I was like, Greg, I don't know how to pronounce this word. And he was like, Skye, it's French. It's verdigris. So I'm so sorry for pronouncing it so incorrectly. I'm probably still pronouncing it incorrectly, but I just wanted to add that little tidbit in here. I know I sound goofy saying it, but I continue to say verdigris for the rest of the video, and I am so sorry. But yeah, that shade looks absolutely stunning, and it looks like a really pretty, like, almost neutral? And I feel like it would pair really nicely with this palette. Like, I really love these kind of, like, tones, and I feel like verdigris kind of, I need to stop saying it. It doesn't sound right. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be picking these up on that restock that they're doing, and you can use Riley's code seeking.shifts, I believe it's just seeking.shifts, on the collection. But any whoosies, I'm so proud of you, Riley, if you're watching this video, and I really want some of these shades. Like, I will be buying at least 3 of them. I don't know how long it's going to be around. I assume because it's a creator collab, it's not going to be around for too long. Which makes me really sad because I feel like these are beautiful shades and they just need to be around forever. Please. Shanbei SD, can you please just make these, like, not limited edition? Because I can see myself picking up, like, Sundog, Fata Morgana, again, my accent's not gonna pronounce that correctly, Crown Flash, Diatreme, what was that? Fauna as well, Alpenglow, like, basically all of them. I just listed all the shades, essentially. Now we're moving on to my Terra Moons wish list, and for this I am also going to be using Riley's swatch pictures for it. Follow Riley if you haven't already, you're missing out on really good content. Because let's be honest, she just does the best swatches. Actually wait, I have a lot of swatch friends that do really good swatch pictures. She's one of the best. And yeah, she gets PR from Terra Moons, which I'm living vicariously through her, because the good thing is, her swatches are beautiful, so she shows every single shadow, and you can easily pick what shadow you want, as a consumer like me. What am I saying? I don't know. But yeah, I have quite the extensive Terra Moons wishlist. I think Terra Moons are my favourite, like, single shadow brand. I love Cleona, I love Divina, I love so many brands, but Terra Moons is the one that I always go back to. Dominatrix I really like too, but I prefer their palettes over their singles, and you can use their palettes as singles, so I just, in my head, I process them as palettes. But Terra Moons are my favourite for single shadows. I love them so much. And my friend Kadi did get me a couple, like 3 shades from Terra Moons for my birthday on my wish list, which I'll talk about in a video soon. Probably in my low-buy haul at the end of March. But I still have loads of shadows on my wish list, so let's first talk about the first shade in this lineup right here. I mean, first of all, this is, like, stunning. I love greens, but Lyra. Lyra? I'm going with Lyra. Lyra looks like Divina Fairy Fire, but more sparkly and shifty. And this shade just gets me. It's got purple, blue, like that orange base, yellow, light green. Oh my gosh, Lyra looks so stunning, and every time I see people wear it, I always look at the description and I'm like, what is that gorgeous lid shade? And it's always Lyra or Fairy Fire from Divina. So I'm like, god damn it, you bitch, Lyra. I need her in my life. Also, that's a really cute name, Lyra. I feel like it's a good Australian name. I think I've met someone called Lyra. Moving on to this set of swatches, and I remember Riley's post on this, because I went to her Instagram to screenshot these. This post was called, like, Sister Shifts, which I thought was so cute, because they all have, like, similar-ish shifts to them. Naturally, like, I like the ones that look similar. I have a type, you see. So, Subluna was on my wish list, but Kadi got that for me for my birthday. And I'ma just say it's one of the best iridescents I've ever used. It's so magical. I love it so much. But Ganymede is also on my wish list, and I feel like if I got a green matte eyeshadow and layered Subluna on top, I would have Ganymede, so I really don't need it. But That's not gonna stop me, is it? That's really just not gonna stop me. I just really want that shade. I have not stopped thinking about it since they launched that collection. Ganymede is a beautiful green with all of these magical shifts in it. Very similar to the Cosmos, but the Cosmos has a blue base to it. Ganymede has a green base, and we know how I feel about green. It's like my favorite eyeshadow color to wear. I love it so much. I need Ganymede in my life. Hyperspace was also on my wish list, but Kadi did buy that one for me. Thank you, Kadi. Mwah. Love you very much. And that shade is really unique to my collection. I love it. It's so stunning. I really want Flare Star because look at that shift. That hot pink to peach to gold. Oh, so saturated and stunning. Like, I love an intense pink as well. Especially the last shade in this like lineup that I really want is, and I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, I've been pronouncing a lot of names wrong today, clearly, but this shade is Musefi, Nesnam, Nemoplichis. But this is a beautiful, like, yellow gold, peach, like bronze sort of shade, it's so stunning. This shade has also just been living in my brain rent-free since they've launched it. I just love yellows so much. Like greens, like yellows, and pinks are like my favorite shades to wear. I also really like brown. I really like brown eyeshadow. But like those shades, oh, and purple. I just love all eyeshadow colours actually. I just love all colours. But yeah, Musefi has been on my brain for so long. And I know my friend Glamigator, I'm pretty sure Glamigator has this shade. It's either this one or Solar Delirium, which is also on my list. But they use those shades so much and I'm like, give me. Do I not have a swatch of Solar Delirium to show you? Shed. I'll try and find a picture and include it right here in post, but Solar Delirium is another shade on my Terra Moons wish list, and it is, again, it's kind of like Musefi. I think every year I've been making like big Terra Moons orders, so I think in the summer I'll get another Terra Moons order. That's what I'm manifesting in my brain. Continuing on, I still do have a couple more Terra Moons shades to talk about, and these are from their winter collection. So we have a couple here, technically 3, but I think I'm just gonna whittle it down to one or the other. This collection, I really want the shade Zenith. Look at it. I mean, it's kind of like Hyperspace, but not as purple. But it is so pretty. Like, do I really need to say anything about it? It's stunning. And the two that I'm torn between, like, I don't know which one I would get over the other, is Venus in Chains and, again, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this right, Arcturus. Octusy. That shade. They're both quite similar, and I mean, like, I think I should just get one or the other. I mean, they are different enough to warrant having both of them, but like, I know myself, I would reach for one of the shades over the other shade and be like, why the fuck did I buy both of them? So I need to figure out which one I want. I think Venus in Chains is a bit more unique to me because it has more of a red base to it. I'm calling it Arcticus. That's not how you pronounce it, but that's just how my brain wants to say it. No, it's Arcturus. Arcturus. Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't get that shade purely because I can't pronounce it. That's a really petty way. That's so petty, I'm so sorry. But yeah, Venus in Chains is so gorgeous. It has the same shifts as I'm not gonna pronounce it again. I'm not gonna put you through that. But it has the same like shifts as that shade, but like a more red based color, whereas the other one has more of like an orange based color. So I'm like, I do love a red color. I do love a bit of red. And I don't really have any red like shimmers in my collection, so. Alright, and the final Terra Moons eyeshadow I have to talk about is the one in this swatch set, the top one, called Oppie. I love that name so much. I think also because in Serbian, right, there's like an expression where, you know how like when you bump into someone and you go, whoa, or like, what, like that kind of expression? Our version is Oppa! So I read that as Oppa. So I'm like, that I have to buy it for the name, even though it's literally not that word. It's just similar. Anyway, this is another kind of like grungy, Like, these shifts are really common. I think we're sensing a theme with the shifts that I like. And it's a bit excessive, but I don't really give a shit because I just love it so much. And that shade is just so pretty. I can imagine like pairing that with like some greys. I mean, this is paired with like the grey purpley colours. And I think this would look so stunning, especially with my, I can imagine Oppa, I'm calling it Oppa. I imagine Oppa would be really nicely paired with the Blend Bunny All Done Up palette. I think I would pair so good with that. And I just love when I can look at a shadow and already picture what other products I have in my collection that I could pair it with. Like, that's like a sign that like makeup really inspires me. So yeah, that's my Terra Moons wish list. Quite extensive, if I do say so myself, but we move. And the final brand that I want to be mentioning that are on my wish list are, of course, Odin's Eye. They came out with single shadows this year, and that's all I have to say. Just, I love Odin's Eye so much, and I hadn't bought from them in years, purely because, like, I loved all their releases. They were all so stunning, but, like, none of them were enough for me to buy, although I do want to get one of their blushes and highlighters in their new packaging. They look so pretty. But yeah, when I bought the Flora story, like, I was like, this is just, my time. And I've missed Odin's Eye, like, they're such a great brand. So when they launched I'm keeping that in. When they launched single shadows, I was like, yes! As a single shadow gremlin, it speaks to me. And the pan imprints are really pretty too. I have seen them, that pan imprint before, but it's just so satisfying. Like, I just want to lick it. Just looks tasty, man. And yeah, these swatches come from Anaharven. I will be linking Riley and Anna in the description down below because their looks and swatches and their content is just brilliant, so big love to them. Follow them below. And yeah, she did some gorgeous swatches of all of the Odin's Eye shades, and they're all named after people! Like, they have people names, and that always gets me. I just love that shit. I love it so much. So yeah, the first one that I want in this lineup is Judy. I think Judy is just so pretty. Do I have a shade like it? Probably. I also really like Angela. Those two shades, do I have shades like them? Yes, but I can't help it. I do want to fill an Odin's Eye like 12 pan palette of their stuff, and hopefully they come out with matte single shadows, because that would be really nice. I do love their matte formula. It is just lovely. But yeah, definitely want those two. And then in this swatch set, can we guess what shadows I really want from this swatch set? Ella, Lola, and Ingrid. I am an iridescent slag, I am, but realistically, I think I'd only get Lola or Ella. I'd get one or the other because I have so many iridescents in my collection, it's actually ridiculous. Between like singles and palettes, like I really don't need to buy more. I also love the shade Maya right here. That is such a pretty, like, but it also reminds me of Cleona Vermilion, and I already have that shade, so that's kind of like a, I do want it, but I have something so similar. Ingrid, I probably do have something similar, but it's a green, so all like logic goes out the window if it's an iridescent or a green. Like, it's just gone. And then in this swatch set, the one that I really want is the one called Emma, because one of my best friends is called Emma, and we've been friends for like, man, like 6 years now. Damn. And I really want to get this shade, honestly, mostly because it's called Emma, and it does, like, Emma is literally the definition of like a little cotton candy fairy floss cupcake. Like, I love her so much, and this shade really does describe her, and I'd probably get one for myself, and I would probably buy like one of their single shadow compacts and get this shade for her because it just reminds me of her and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Okay, we're moving on to like the jeweled multichromes from Odin's Eye, and in this swatch set I really want the shade Leon. I know it's the popular shade, everyone is raving about it. It is literally such a beautiful saturated red metallic, and red metallics are so rare to come by in the makeup world. Like, good red metallics, like really saturated, really shimmery, really bright. Usually you have to layer a shitload of eyeshadows to get that effect, and the ones that most brands come out with are crap. I'll fully say it outright, they are shit, the ones that I have seen and tried. But Leon, while it's not like a bright red metallic that I would want, it's more of a grungy deep red, it's still a deep red, and I love that. I love that. I love a bit of that so much. I also really like the shades Noah and Christopher. I think, honestly, mostly because I love those names. Like, every time I make Sims, and, like, my Sim self has a child, which is a bit daunting, but anytime my Sim self has a kid, I always call, like, the kid, like, Noah or Christopher. Like, I just love those names. They're just beautiful names to me. They are pretty shades, but I don't know if I'd use them that much, so I won't buy them, but I just want to make a note that I fucking love those names. I also have a really good friend called Anthony as well. He's a really good man, but yeah, that's a shade I just wouldn't use. The last one that I want from Odin's Eye in the dual tone multi-chrome section is the top one in this swatch set called Marius, and I mean, again, okay, this is what gets me when it comes to brands that have, like, names as their shades. It's such a good marketing tactic, because I'm like, one of my good friends' middle names is Marius. My mate Lee. I love them. I love Lee, Basket Case Beauty. If you're watching this, mwah, I love you very much. I hope you're doing well. And this shade just reminds me so much of them. Like, it's a beautiful, like, deep, like, red, orange, like, gold multi-chrome, and it looks so saturated, and I know I don't have anything like it because I don't have many, like, dual-toned multi-chromes. I think I literally only have one, and that's Cleona Oculus. And I did want to get some other shades like that, but Cleona's not as easily accessible to me as Odin's Eye are. They are a lot more accessible, and I don't get customs charges with them, so I'm gonna opt for them. And the last selection of eyeshadows right here are their more neutrally tones, and I really like the shade Nora. I think that shade's beautiful, but I definitely have something like that in my Glaminatrix, Nearly Natural palette. I know I have something like that, but this shade just really just makes me so happy. I love neutral, like, intense neutral shimmers. And I also really love the shade Robert. That's a shade that I keep thinking about. And Robert is my boyfriend's middle name. So, and I love the name Robert as well. He hates it, but I love it. And I love this shade. But I feel like the shade Robert is kind of similar to Magnolia right here in the Flora Story palette. So I probably don't need it, but I think because of the sentiment, I do want it. Alright, and with all of that said and done, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know what's on your single shadow wish list. I'd be curious to know. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then you can follow me on my Instagram. It's faerie.skye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. And if you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Raincloud Candles Co. We are a small queer-owned business based in the UK, and we make handmade candles and wax melts. The link to shop will be down below, along with our social media if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.